friends, so you saw me pull some of these out of the drawer in my kitchen. So I figured since I'm redoing my craft room, I could use some of these for storage. I had used one of these as a drinking glass, believe it or not, because I have no problem using these as a drinking glass. And when I put it in my dishwasher, the blue film came off. Not right away, but in time. So I think they're better to be used for storage than for everyday use in my kitchen. I was gonna use some stickers that Terry O gave me. Thank you, Terry. But on these, they're not flat. There's, you know, these things stick up. However, I did rummage around and find one that is flat on two sides. I think I could go ahead and use one of these packs on here. Now, since these are so pretty, and I've had them for so many years and I have not used them, I want to decorate them up, and I will not use them in my kitchen, but I can move them out of my kitchen and use them in my new craft room. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna embrace the blue, but I'd like to marry that with maybe some white rickrack or maybe some pink, because I have a little bit of pink going on in that room. I don't want it to look like it belongs at a baby shower, you know, or anything like that. So I'm gonna have to toy with it. So I have this shade pink. That might be a little too pink. I actually have some flamingo ribbon that could go around here. I also have this really pale, it's almost a champagne pink. It's pretty small, but I do have that, and that could go around pretty much anywhere on the jar. I was trying to figure out what exactly, since this has, you know, stuff on it, it's really going to be about maybe decorating up here and then decorating the top. I know the first thing I'm going to have to do, is adhere this to this. And I have these things because years ago, Carl was going to go ahead and try canning, and I think he did it like once, and then that was it. And he, you know, he moved on to a different hobby. So here we have these beautiful, you know, jars, and I haven't been using them for anything. So this is the 3-in-1. It probably will glue this on with no problem at all, but we're gonna pop that in there, and I'm just gonna set that aside and let that dry while I think about how I want to decorate this jar. I hope everybody's doing good, and I hope those of you that are living up north are getting a little bit more sunshine, and that you can tell that spring is in the air. It has definitely warmed up down here in Florida. We have actually gotten up into the mid-80s lately, although I will tell you that today we had a storm come through, and it's nice and chilly outside, so I'm really enjoying that. I love it when it's cooler out. So it'll be cool tonight and a little bit tomorrow, but then it's gonna warm right back up. I'm so excited to be working on these jars. I think they're gonna look really cute in my craft room. And speaking of, a little update on that, I got the counters poured, the second coat, the second and last coat, I got poured last weekend, I think it was, and I got my backsplashes painted. So I had to do some repair on some of the walls in there, and so I also, there's this stuff you can buy and you spray the wall and it puts the texture back on, and it covers it if there was, you know, a problem. So I went ahead and I did the spray, and then tomorrow I'm going to go ahead and paint over it so all the paint matches and everything looks cohesive. So I'm really excited to get that done, and then when I'm done painting, I'm going to go ahead and put the backsplashes up. I'm really excited about that because once that's done, that's pretty much all of the heavy lifting that needs to be done in there. The rest of it should go fairly smooth. It should just be drilling holes to put the cabinet knobs on, also putting up the window treatments, and putting my stuff back in there. So it's really coming along. You guys are probably sick of hearing about it, but this is just what's going on in my life right now. So I figured I'd give you a quick update. Some other good news to share is that I am off for spring break, so I get 1 week off of work, and I'm absolutely thrilled about that. And I will be able to, I'm hoping, gosh, fingers crossed, if I could actually get the craft room completely done, that would be amazing. So that'll be it's a big goal, but if I could do it, that would be fantastic. So I'm definitely going to try. I have some other projects that I've been working on. I have been most recently working on Crystal's collaboration that she has coming up, and it's called Enchanted Forest. I believe our videos will post on April 3rd, and I'm pretty excited to share with you what I have made for that collaboration. In my opinion, it's pretty neat. So like I said, I'm super excited to share that with you guys. Another exciting thing that happened for me is we have a swimming pool, and I take care of the swimming pool. So I clean it, and I clean the filters and just all the whole 9 yards. So we've had the pool for about 13 years, maybe a little bit longer. And I have been vacuuming it by hand. And it's not a stressful job. It just takes a while, and it can get a little bit mundane. So I actually went ahead and ordered a cordless pool vacuum. So it's like a Roomba, but for your pool. And so it doesn't have to be hooked up to those hose things or anything like that. You just charge a battery and you put it in the pool, and it drives around and sucks up all the dirt. And then when it's done, it comes and drives to the side, and then it has a handle that floats, and that's how you lift it up out of the pool. So I haven't tried it out yet. I just got it, and I'm pretty excited about that. I found some pink trim. This has got like pink flowers on it and little green leaves. It's really pretty, and I'm going to go ahead and use that over top of the rickrack. And I wanted to mention that I got this trim from my friend Lisa at Treasures and Adventures. That is the name of her YouTube channel, and we just got together for lunch, and I will be sharing all the wonderful goodies that she gave me on Thursday for Thrifty Thursday, so you can check that out to see the other things that she gave me. Back to the 2 jars with the other pink trim. I found some of this rhinestone, I don't know if it's what this is called. Anyway, it's chain. I guess it's rhinestone chain. And actually, this was also given to me by my friend Lisa at Treasures and Adventures. So I'm going to use that on 2 of the jars. I want to embellish the top a little bit, and so I ended up putting these very large pink rhinestones on the top of each jar. And I'm just playing with some other small flowers just to see how they might look. I end up not using those. Once I was done gluing the rhinestones onto the jars, I realized that I should have put a piece of fabric underneath just to add a layer of texture and a splash of color. So actually, right after I was done, of course that popped into my head, so I went over to my fabric stash and looked into my pinks. I have them all color coordinated, and I found some that I think will be perfect. So I end up taking each rhinestone off. Don't worry, they were still wet. None of them were sticking. So I just ended up pulling that up, putting some of the 3-in-1 glue just around the gem tack that I was using. And then I put the fabric on. And then right over top of that, I put the rhinestone right back on. There was enough adhesive left on the back of it that it was perfectly fine. Now we are getting ready to do the final embellishments. So if you remember the if you remember the jars that had the pink trim going around it and also the rhinestone, well, the rhinestone couldn't reach. I didn't have enough to reach all the way around, so I knew there would be a little gap. So I ended up putting 2 flat back sparkly things on there, and then right in the center of those I'm going to glue a little pink flower. All right, friends, let's take a look at the cute jars that I made. So I went ahead and I made 4 of them, and I wanted to keep them simple but cute, and I want to keep them simple because I am going to be handling them and using them because I plan on putting stuff inside. So on the top of each one, you can see I put a cute piece of torn cotton fabric, and in the center of that I went ahead and put a big pink rhinestone, and that's it. Nice and simple. That way if I go to handle the top, it's not going to be in my way. I'm not going to mess anything up. It's not going to break, all that good stuff. Now I did 2 one way and 2 another way around the sides. So we did these 2 like this, and you can see that there is a little flower right here where it said, I'm gonna, for this one and the other one, I'm gonna use where it says ball wide mouth as the front. But I also put a matching flower on this side in case I change my mind. So that's just nice, simple decoration right there. Some rickrack, some rose trim, and then the little flower on each side. And these are still drying. So if you see any white, it's because that's the glue still drying. Now that's those two. Now these two, because I was short with my rhinestones, there was a little space, so I knew I'd have to go in and add a little something. So I used two of those flat back sparkly things and then stuck a flower right there, and I'll use this as the front. I didn't do anything on the back because the rhinestones stick up and it's not as easy to kind of get something in there. So I'll consider this to be the front, the part that I will see or display on my shelves or however I decide to do that. So here's the other one. So now I wanted to show you, since I had some stickers from Terry and I had another one of these jars, I went ahead and I used the flamingo stickers on here, and I think they're so cute. So, and I've got my clothespins in there. You guys know how I love to use clothespins. So I was trying to decide what I wanted to put in these, and I thought that I would go ahead. I want to be careful when I'm opening these just because everything is drying, like I said. But I thought I'd go ahead and put flat back gems in one of them. And then I have some, like these are colored. These are all just like the rhinestone color, but these are colored. So I'm gonna pop these in here. These were given to me by Kathy of Kathy's Favorite Things, as well as these. And then these were also given to me in Happy Mail. Now what I might need to do for these ones that aren't as cute, like this packaging isn't as cute, I might need to go ahead and, like these in there will look cute, but like the plastic won't look that cute. So I can always switch those out. And I can do the same with these. I'm gonna put these in here for now. And actually, the ones that I was crafting with, just for now I'll put them in there. But then as I get more of those little tiny cute bags, I can make the change. But let's see how it looks. So yeah, it's not that cute with all that stuff in there, but but I think it's not bad. I mean, I can just grab this jar, get what I need, and good to go. And you know, it might actually look better if I do everything in those little tiny clear plastic containers instead of the bags. I mean, it's not hideous, but you know. So there's that one. That one's done. I can take this one and I can go ahead and put flowers in there. Let me get these flowers here. They're pretty big jars, so they hold a lot, which is great. Friends, so I actually ended up putting my safety pins in this one. No, they're not safety pins, they're my clothespins. I ended up putting them in here. That way I've got my matching set of goodies all together. And then in this one I have flowers, so I think that's adorable. And in this one I have flowers also. So I think that looks great, and I think that'll look really cute up on my shelf. And then like I said, this one I've got my sparklies, and I might finagle some of these so that they are looking adorable, right? So friends, that is my hashtag creating and recrafting. I recrafted these mason jars that I had in my kitchen for like at least 6 or 7 years. Now they're totally adorable, and I can use them elsewhere in my craft room, which actually is right next to my kitchen. I'm really happy with this project, and I'm really happy to be able to use these jars. So check out everybody else in the collab. I will link other participants in my description box. And if you would like to participate, we do this, Carol and I do this every month on the second Monday of each month. So feel free to join us anytime that you'd like. And we pick a new theme every month. And this month it's my turn to pick. So I'm gonna choose springtime. I wanted to choose bunnies, but there's another collab going on that's using bunnies, so you can use bunnies if you're into that for springtime. So I'll leave that open to you for your interpretation, and it's gonna be open. It's just gonna be anything that you'd like to make for spring, but remember, save your cash and use your stash. All right, guys, thanks for watching. See you soon.